Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. In this video, we will do chapter 2 of your science textbook, that is components of food. We are going to cover all the topics that you are having in your NCERT book one by one. So today, what we are going to do in this session is, first of all, of course, I will have to introduce what components of food are, then test for starch, test for protein, test for fats, what do nutrients do, and about water and roughage. As you can see that this is the first part of this chapter, so in this video we will cover up to vitamins, okay, that minerals, roughage, water and deficiency disease that we will do in next video. Okay, so let's start, starting with introduction. Now, why do we eat? Of course, because we are hungry as well as we get energy from food. In previous chapter, we get to know that we eat varieties of food. Now tell me what we usually eat. Plain rice or rice we are taking dal or some vegetables. Of course, rice with varieties of food. Now the question is why we didn't eat only plain rice and fill our stomach and feel happy? The answer is very easy. We all put salt in our food. Now did you know that salt provide you mineral like iodine, sodium, you get chlorine as well. So by adding a little amount of this ingredients, we get minerals and keep us healthy, which is why we eat different varieties of food in every meal of us. Okay? So we does not eat same thing in every meal because our body required a lot of nutrients. So different food items are made up of different ingredients and these ingredients contain some components that are needed by our body. And what are that components? See, the components that are essential for maintaining life and for growth is called nutrients. Now our food have 5 major nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. These are that 5: carbohydrate, fats, protein, vitamins and minerals. Now addition to these nutrients, water and roughage means dietary fibers, are also important parts of our food. Water and roughage do not have any food value, so they are not considered to be nutrients. Thus we talk about the components of food, which means 5 nutrients plus water and roughage. Okay? Now each component of food has its own function in the body. And according to their functions, they are classified into 3 groups: energy giving food, body building food, and protective foods. Energy giving foods that include carbohydrate and fats because of course they provide energy. Proteins are necessary for our body, for our growth, for repair of our body, so they are considered in bodybuilding food. And vitamins and minerals, they help in protecting our body against the diseases, so they are considered in protective food. Okay, so according to their functions they are grouped in 3 classes: energy giving food, body building food and protective food. Now we will now discuss all the components of food in detail one by one. Let us start with carbohydrate. You know about glucose, cane sugar, which means sugar, and starch are the examples of carbohydrate. Now why we need carbohydrate? Carbohydrate provide energy to our body. We eat very little glucose or sugar cane every day. The main carbohydrate that we eat in our food is starch, and it comes from cereals like wheat and rice. And this starch carbohydrate provide energy to our body. Even potato, which we eat almost every day in one form or other, contain a lot of starch carbohydrate. So some common sources of carbohydrate in our food are cereals like wheat, rice, maize, potato, sweet potato, sugar, jaggery. Jaggery means good, and honey. And some fruits also contain carbohydrate like banana, mango, melon, papaya. And one thing, if you notice that the carbohydrate in our food are obtained mainly from the plant sources. Okay. Now we will see one test that shows the presence of starch. Starch means starch is a form of carbohydrate. So we will do the test for starch. Now material required for this, we need one food items or raw food on which you want to do test, then iodine solution, dropper, a small glass bowl or a plate. Now for this experiment I am taking example of rice. Half boiled rice. Take a small quantity of food to be tested. Now add some 2 or 3 drop of dilute iodine solution. The original color of this iodine solution is reddish orange. Okay. Now drop it on the food with dropper. If the blue black color appeared, means the starch is present in the given food. Okay. So simple experiment it is. Take the rice or the food material on which you want to do test. Now add some 2-3 drops of dilute iodine solution. If it shows the blue black color, means starch is present. And if it shows other color, red, green, yellow, that means starch is not present. Okay. Only the presence of blue black color is that the starch is present in the given food. Okay. Now next component is fats. Like carbohydrate, fats also provide energy to our body. In fact, fat provides us twice as much energy as provided by the same amount of carbohydrate. For example, a little butter. Butter is an example of fat. A little butter provides us much more energy than a large slice of bread. That bread contains carbohydrate. Butter, ghee, groundnut, mustard oil, sunflower oil, coconut oil. These are the common fat that we use used by us in everyday life. Now fats are the richest source of energy, but they are more expensive than carbohydrate. Okay. The food containing fats and carbohydrates, they are called energy giving food. Now the fats can be obtained from plant as well as animal. From plant sources, groundnut oil, mustard oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, groundnuts, till, nuts. These are the plant sources of fat. And animal sources, butter, ghee, milk, cream, cheese, paneer, eggs and meat. They are the animal sources of fat. Okay. Now we will do experiment for fat also. Now what are the materials we required for it? See, simplest test. For this we require 2 things, the food item and 1 paper. Here I am taking example of chips. Rub the small quantity of food that you are taking in the center of the paper. Now hold it, the paper in front of any source of light and look through it. If the food has left a bright greasy patch, means a translucent patch through which you can see but not clearly, this means that fat is present in the food. Okay, so simple test, you can do it at your home also. Rub the food material on the paper and see it in front of the source of light. If it shows the translucent appearance, means fat is present. Now next component is protein. Now why we need protein? Protein supply the body with materials to make new cells which build the body and make it grow. It also gives materials which repair the damaged body cells, means during the healing of wounds. And that is why proteins are needed for the growth and repair of the body. And among that, children need more proteins than adults in comparison to their body weight, because they are in the rapid growth of their body. Now, sources of protein: milk, cheese, pulses, peas, beans, soya bean, groundnut, fish, meat, chicken, and eggs. The foods such as pulses, peas, soya bean, groundnut, they are the good sources of plant protein. And the foods like milk, cheese, fish, meat, chicken, egg also, they are the main sources of animal protein. Now, most of the food materials usually contain more than one nutrients. Means in a given food material, one particular nutrient may be in much larger quantity. For example, rice contain much more carbohydrate than fat and protein. So we can say that rice is said to be a carbohydrate rich food. Similarly, butter is a fat rich food and fish is a protein rich food. Okay, they are considered in that group because they have the much more quantity than the presence of other nutrients. Now we will see the test for protein also. For this you need obviously food item, then dropper, copper sulfate solution, caustic soda, it is also known as sodium hydroxide, then water, and then test tube. Now how to do this? Take the 2 ml of food stuff. Food stuff means you will crush that food and chop up the food and keep it in the test tube. Now add a little dilute sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide means caustic soda first. Then 2-3 drops of copper sulfate solution and then shake the test tube. What will happen? After shaking that test tube, if the violet color appears, means the protein is present, and if it shows different color other than the violet, means protein is not present. Okay, if the particular color is the indicator for test, means if that food give that particular color, that nutrient is present. Okay, you can do this test on the presence of milk also, that milk contain protein or not. That for fat you can do test on butter, groundnuts also, it also shows the greasy appearance. Okay, now next is vitamins. Why we need vitamins? From carbohydrate and fats we get energy. From proteins, they required for the growth and repair of the body. Then what is the use of vitamins? Vitamins are necessary for good eyesight, healthy teeth, gums and bones, proper digestion, normal growth and good health. In fact, vitamins help in protecting our body against diseases. Through vitamins, we need it in our body in very small quantities, but their presence is essential in our food. So vitamins are represented by the letters of the alphabet like A, B, C, D, E and K. Now in those cases where same letter is used to represent more than one vitamin, we put one digit. Like for B1, if we want to write B1, we will write like this B1. For B12, we will write like this B12. Okay, so after that alphabet we will put digit. Now we will see these all vitamins one by one. First about vitamin A. Vitamin A protects the eyes, skin and hair. It is necessary for good eyesight, healthy skin and hair. And the sources of vitamin A are milk, butter, carrot, fish, liver. It's obviously fish liver oil. Then eggs, green vegetables, mango and papaya. These all materials contain a good amount of vitamin A. Okay. In diagram also it is given the food that contains the vitamin A. So for the good eyesight, healthy hair and skin, we need vitamin A. Next is B1. Vitamin B1 is essential for growth and proper functioning of the digestive system. First we will see about B1. Okay. Now the good sources of B1 is milk, egg, meat, whole grain cereals. Whole grain cereals means wheat grains, rice, these are considered in whole grains. Now rest sources are potatoes, yeast and green vegetables. Green vegetables contain both vitamin A and vitamin B1. Okay. This is considered the animal products, means that we animal sources we get vitamin B1 and plant sources. Now B12. B12 is necessary for the formation of red blood cells. And their sources are meat, liver, yeast, fish and milk. And this is very necessary because due to the lack of this vitamin B12, a person can suffer from anemia. Anemia means that causes the lack of appetite. The content of RBC, that is red blood cells, is deficient, so the skin look pale in color. Okay, so we should contain vitamin B12 in our diet. Now next is vitamin C. Vitamin C is necessary for keeping teeth, gums and joint healthy. Vitamin C also increases the resistance of our body to infection and helps to fight diseases. Sources: all citrus fruits like oranges, limes, lemon, amla, tomato, guava, green vegetables, they contain vitamin C. Now if you notice that if you consume that green vegetables regularly in your meals, you will get all four vitamins: vitamin A, B1, B12 and C also. Okay. Now next one is vitamin D. Vitamin D is necessary for the normal growth of bones and teeth. What is the work of vitamin D when calcium is also doing the same thing? Vitamin D help our body to absorb calcium mineral from the food. Okay. Now the calcium make the bones and teeth hard and strong. The food that contain vitamin D, or from which we get vitamin D: milk, fish, egg, butter and fish liver oil. Okay. And vitamin D is the only vitamin that made in our body when the skin is exposed to the sunlight. Okay. In our country, India, the newborn baby are exposed to the sunshine every day, and this is done to produce vitamin D in their body, which prevent a disease called rickets. It casually occur in children having the weak bones. Okay. The last vitamin is vitamin K. It helps in blood clotting. Blood clotting means if a person is suffering from the deficiency of vitamin D, the time duration for the clotting of blood that increases. Okay. So for this we should contain spinach, cabbage, egg and liver in our diet. Now is it clear up to this topic that we had seen that why we need nutrients, what are the functions of nutrients, what are the different nutrients that we consume, they provide us, and why they are essential for our growth and development.